You think you're buying real estate, but you might be buying a trap. Welcome back to Anti-Fragile Living, where we talk about living your best life. Today I want to talk about condominiums, condos, shared ownership uh, type structures. Very common in the US. I've always dreamed of one day living in a tower in the middle of in the big city, or a condo on the beach or on the ocean front, or maybe even overseas in some exotic location where I could just pop in and pop out of and have all my stuff there. But I think few people understand the hidden liabilities and the legal entanglements and the fragility just built into the overall system. So let's talk about that. I have four key areas I want to go over. The first is the illusion of ownership. Now, you don't actually own the land. When you're buying a condo, you own the airspace, you own the shared walls in your place, and this is all governed by a board, by a group of people. And your property is entangled with dozens or even hundreds of other owners, and you have to make decisions together and elect this board to make decisions for you. So you're exposed to not only that, the decisions by the board, but the collective risk from other bad decisions, possibly bad decisions that other people make to your property. You're exposed to their financial struggles, the financial struggles of the building, of the system, of the government, of the city, municipality surrounding you, and or legal actions that are taken against or by the board. So that's one, just the illusion of ownership and the ownership issues with condos. Number two is the HOA trap. Monthly fees can skyrocket. So, unlike a home, in case you don't know this, if you own a traditional home let's say without an HOA, um, you're not going to be paying any monthly costs except for property taxes, of course. But the condo, you buy it, and you're not just, you know, I think I thought originally, like, okay, I'm not paying rent at least, but with condos, you're paying 400, 500, $700 a month. Sometimes, if it's an expensive place, over $1,000 a month. This is in addition to just owning it outright. So in a sense, you are paying rent. You're paying a monthly fee, and of course, this doesn't just go to nothing. You have to maintain the structure, maintain the landscaping, keep up insurance costs. So all that has to be paid for. Not only do you have to outlay your big chunk of cash when you buy the condo, and you have your mortgage payments, but you have to have this HOA fee, which never goes away and which will in fact be going up and up and up as the years go by. The boards can be mismanaged, they can be corrupt, they can be negligent, they might not be paying attention. There could be a special assessment that the board makes, and they apply a fee to every condo owner. This is outside of the HOA fees and the mortgage you're paying. You might owe $10,000 or $25,000 or $50,000 in a one-time chunk payment that you have to make because something is wrong with the roof or the foundation of the building. Now, if you have a house, at least you can, you could argue that these things happen to houses too, unexpected things. But yes, there, at least you have the option to say, okay, well, maybe there's a problem with my roof or the foundation, but I think I can wait for a while, or I'll make a minor repair to the roof or the foundation and we'll see how it goes. Or I don't believe it, I'm not going to do anything, or I'll do it myself and fix it myself. You don't have any of those flexibilities. You get assessed, the special assessment, whatever the board comes up with, you're on the hook for that. Okay, so that's number two. Number three is just fragility in the whole system. You're exposed to not only the building and the board and the municipality, but the weather, the climate change, shifting politics, fires, floods, hurricanes, all that kind of stuff. So, one fire or big lawsuit or hurricane can destabilize the entire system, the entire building. Look what's happening in Florida recently. The condo market is just tanking because of recent climate events, hurricanes and such. And insurers don't want to insure. There's new laws about making these buildings hurricane proof and less prone to collapse, like we've seen in the past in some of these, and that one in Florida that collapsed. So as a result, there's huge fees, uh, huge assessments being put on the owners, and the insurance rates are skyrocketing. So of course everybody wants to sell, but if everybody wants to sell, who's going to buy that? Who would want to come in and buy a condo knowing that there's this huge, multi-million dollar assessment on the building, and they'll be on the hook for that? I sure wouldn't want that. Not only would I not want to pay it, but then I'd think, well, what's coming in the future? Besides the climate risk, again, the board could mismanage things. They could have poor reserves. So, theoretically, they'd be keeping this rainy day fund, this reserve fund in the HOA to account for these big one-time, assessments with the structure, with insurance climbing. But the board may have mismanaged their finances, and you have no control over that, or very little control over that. And the fourth one, which is kind of relates to the third one about systemic risks, but there's systemic legal and financial liabilities that can occur with the board, with the HOA, with your building. So the HOA could be involved in a legal dispute, litigation against developers, against residents, or even you. If there's serious legal issues going on, this could lock up financing. Banks aren't going to want to lend money to new owners if there's a lot of uncertainty with a litigation or a possible lawsuit, a possible judgment against all the owners. So that can muddle up things. Again, they could have low reserve funds, and you can be on the hook for that. Just the risk from other people in the building. They could destroy things. There could be bad tenants. Somebody could set a fire. So you're just exposed, not just your house. It's your slice is exposed to the whole building's financial and legal state. So having said all that, if you still want to buy a condo, go for it. For me, these things scare me. I would just be thinking of this hidden risk that's just lying there all the time. What can go wrong? What can go wrong? What if I may be stuck with this place. I may be out, $200,000 or $800,000, whatever the case may be. It scares me to death. So I won't be buying a condo anytime soon. So if you like this video, please give it a like. Please consider subscribing to my channel. Please consider buying my book, How to Flourish in Chaos. Link is in the description below. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.